Is the HIMARS MLRS no longer meeting the demands of modern battlefields? Given the destruction it has caused, it has become increasingly clear how effective and resilient this Lockheed Martin-made mobile artillery system is. The latest news comes from near Novo-Nikolaevka, a region now witnessing intensifying battles. There, a black and white recording clearly shows the devastating attack of Russia's short-range ballistic missile, Iskander, which struck the camouflage position of a HIMARS MLRS unit. In an instant, this American-made light rocket launcher was helpless, hanging limp after being hit by a missile known as one of the deadliest in the world. However, what more could HIMARS do in the face of such an attack? The power possessed by the Iskander seems to give Russia an undeniable strategic advantage, making them superior to their enemies. These Iskander missiles, with extraordinary precision, always follow their orders flawlessly. They target various vital systems, from missile systems, MLRS, long-range artillery, aircraft and helicopters on airfields, to command posts and communication units, which are the backbone of every military operation. Do you still remember how Russian forces were trained with the short-range Iskander missile system? At the time, these exercises seemed like routine preparations. But now we can see just how important they were. Russian troops were trained to receive nuclear weapons from storage sites and move them to designated launch areas. Not only that, but they also involved Air Force units, which not only operated fighter jets, but also equipped them with weapons and conducted patrol flights. And now, we can see the results of those exercises. They were not just empty drills, they truly ensured the readiness of the forces for tough combat missions. This is proof that these exercises were not just theoretical, but sharpened their ability to act on the ground with incredible speed and precision. Around the same time, an announcement came from the Russian Ministry of Defense highlighting the weakness and vulnerability of the United States HIMARS system. They revealed that Russian air defense systems had successfully shot down 5 JDAM guided bombs, the HIMARS multiple rocket launcher system, and 178 unmanned aerial vehicles. These numbers add to the long list of attacks and losses experienced by Ukraine on the battlefield. According to the Baltimore Council on Foreign Affairs, since 2022, more than 1,300 units of the multiple launch rocket system in Ukraine have been destroyed or abandoned on the battlefield. However, despite these claims, various analyses, including one from Bulgarian military, indicate that HIMARS remains a significant threat to Russia. This rocket launcher system is considered a nightmare for Russian defenses due to its remarkable capability in the shoot-and-scoot tactic. This means that HIMARS can launch an attack quickly, deliver its rocket payload to a predetermined target, and then disappear from the area as fast as possible before the enemy has a chance to retaliate. This tactic not only makes HIMARS difficult to intercept, but also provides an advantage in terms of mobility and speed. Additionally, the impressive range of HIMARS, from 5.6 miles to over 300 miles, makes it a highly effective weapon for striking distant targets without being within the enemy's direct range. This weapon allows Ukraine to carry out precision strikes on Russian positions with minimal losses on their side. However, not all stories are smooth for HIMARS. Behind its successes, there is other recordings that have surfaced on the internet showing how fragile this system can be when facing significant threats. 3 Iskander missiles once attacked a HIMARS MLRS convoy near the village of Davidov Brod in the Beroslavsky district of the Kherson region. In some cases, the system has been unable to avoid counterattacks from the enemy, and its vulnerability to enemy airstrikes or missiles has become increasingly evident. Now, the media is buzzing more about the HIMARS rocket launcher system, which seems to be losing its effectiveness on the battlefield, especially without the intelligence support provided by the United States. Several reports, including one published in Forbes magazine, refer to statements from military observer David Axe, who mentions that the Ukrainian armed forces may soon run out of missiles for their HIMARS units. In this already tense situation, Ukraine's dependence on missile supplies and intelligence support is becoming more evident, and without these two factors, HIMARS' ability to make a significant impact on the battlefield is highly questionable. Behind this situation, there is a major policy shift that could worsen the situation. The administration of US President Donald Trump announced a temporary halt to military aid to Ukraine. This decision not only included halting the supply of heavy weapons like HIMARS, but also suspending crucial intelligence support that had been provided by the US to Ukraine. Without accurate and timely intelligence, the potential for launching attacks or using advanced systems like HIMARS becomes increasingly limited and less effective. Is Ukraine simply waiting for assistance in the face of Russia, which is ready to devour HIMARS? Meanwhile, Russia has meticulously prepared everything, particularly the Iskander missile system, known for its exceptional mobility and very quick reaction time. Once a target is chosen and confirmed, the launch process can begin. The Iskander missile, which is moved to the launch site at high speed, requires varying times, from a few minutes to several hours, depending on the distance and terrain conditions. Upon arrival at the location, the trained crew immediately begins the meticulous procedure. They thoroughly check the system, aim the missile at the designated target, and carefully fuel it. Once everything is perfectly prepared and the missile is precisely aligned, the order to launch can be given. In an instant, the missile will shoot off toward the designated target. With a maximum range of up to 500 kilometers and a speed capable of reaching Mach 6 to 7, Iskander can strike the target in less than 10 minutes. The speed and destructive power of this missile clearly changed the narrative about HIMARS, which had previously been seen as a top weapon on the Western side. How do you see HIMARS' performance? That's all for today, and thanks for watching.